All right, last topic. Nadia, you reviewed Mighty Number Nine. You'll recall that we talked about Mighty Number Nine on the podcast,
We
and
did.
we were expressing reservations, and people were like, well, hold on, like Mighty Number Nine could still be good. It's not fair to judge it. Why all the hate, etc. Well, we played it now. Specifically, you have, and I just want to give like some background. Like, you really, really, really understand like Mega Man.
I do. My husband runs the Mega Man Network, which is a web page. He and I both wrote the Mega Man Robot Master Field Guide for Udon. I think it's on Amazon if you want to pick it up.
And when we did our Mega Man 3 One
Hit Wonder
run,
it's the only
you
one
were
I
the only
won.
one to beat the Robot Master. Like, you
I was
knew
the
the
only one.
exact strategy. It was really impressive. So,
Oh, thank you.
so
Yeah.
I feel like the upshot of all this is I think you know what you're talking about when it comes to Mega Man games, and you seemed kind of down on Mighty Number Nine.
Yeah, I really do. There's people who are saying, oh, people who don't like it just aren't good at it. You're just not good at games. And it's like, I'm sorry, I was playing Mega Man when you were just a little speck in your daddy's you-know-what. So,
Oh, snap. All
So-
right, I'm never doing that again.
here's the thing that bothers me about Mighty Number Nine, and it's all in the review up on US Gamer Now if you want to read it, but it really plays like an amateurish game, and this is from KJ Inafune. This is not a guy who is, making his first game project for some, upstairs game development college. But the comparison I made in my review is Mighty Number Nine has a mine stage. It takes place in a mine. Mega Man X, one of the greatest action games of all time, that also has a mine stage. And if you just put these mine stages side by side, you see the Mighty Number Nine. It's so boring, so flat. There's nothing interesting. Visually, gameplay-wise, all of the music in that game is completely immemorable. I can't remember a single tune off it. Whereas Mega Man X, you remember Armored Armadillo stage, it has like these tunnel boring machines which are shaped like moles. That's so cute. Whereas the Mighty Number Nine has a tunnel boring machine too, but it's just a tunnel boring machine. It's a plain old boring thing. Mega Man X, you have like secrets that you have to kind of maneuver around these machines to find. It has like this minecart ride which skips over the tracks, and it's crazy. And then you get to the boss itself, and he just bashes off the walls, and like you can use your electric spark to kind of trim him down a bit, but it's deadly, it's intense. And then Mighty Number Nine, it's like you have your boss, I think it's Mighty Number 4 in that one, and he's just like, it's just a straight line. He brings down some debris from the ceiling. The end. It's just a very, very dull game, and it's very disappointing. I mean, I wanted this game to be good. I mean, I'd love to see a Mega Man game. If I can't get that, I'll take a successor. Like,
we already got a good Mega Man game. It's called Shovel Knight.
I have to admit, we do. And but just how it's just hard to iterate how dull the game is. Like, you can't judge a game by its graphics, absolutely not. But a game can be primitive looking without being boring. Like, another example I cited in my review was Mega Man Legends. The characters have facial expressions, they emote according to what they're talking about. Everybody in Mighty Number Nine has this like frozen look on their face, so they don't even move their mouths. It's ridiculous. And the sad thing is, you have this one character, Call, who's supposed to be Beck's sister. Like, she's supposed to be like an emotionless robot who runs by protocol. But everyone looks like her. They're all dead inside. It's so sad.
I want to go back to 2013, which is when I believe Mighty Number Nine was first announced.
Yeah.
And it was very much a heartwarming story. And I put money into it. Like a lot of people, I went and put $60 into the Kickstarter because I was like, oh, cool, I can get like the box art or whatever. And I can get the game, and this is going to be a lot of fun. And I mean, come on, Fune's working on this, so how can it possibly be bad?
Yeah.
And
it
then
definitely has a pedigree.
Things change. Things change a lot in 3 years. I almost feel like so much has changed in just 3 years. Like, the explosion of streaming culture. Like, it was definitely there in 2013, but it wasn't to the extent that it is now. The current generation of consoles hadn't come out. But, like, I joked that Shovel Knight is the Mega Man game we wanted. Well, it's really unfair to Mighty Number 9 that Shovel Knight came out, like, a year later.
Yeah.
And it's like night and day. They're both Kickstarted games. And Shovel Knight gave people exactly what they wanted. Like you said, Mighty Number 9 is so boring. Shovel Knight is so bursting with character.
Exactly.
And, like, clever level design and wonderful boss battles and just immaculate sprite art.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about that game just pops in a way that Mighty Number 9 doesn't.
Shovel Knight also doesn't have baffling amateurish design mistakes. Like Mighty Number 9, the characters never shut up as they're trying to work through these stages, and cutscenes you can skip past. All right, fine, but there are instances in the game where the characters are actually talking to you, and you can't see what you're doing because their stupid text boxes are blocking the screen. So I'm trying to make a perilous jump, but some idiot's yabbering. So what really is baffling about this whole thing is, number one, that Infinity said, oh yeah, this is good. And also that I'm supposed to, these interludes are supposed to make me like the characters, but I hate them because you're making me die over and over. And when you die, you have to listen to everything all over again. Even the worst Mega Man games never, you heard a boss talk to you once and they never repeated themselves unless you started to play the game all over again.
Yeah, no, that's true. Correct me if I'm wrong. Inacreates worked on Mega Man 9 and 10, right?
Yeah, Inacreates is a great company that did Mega Man Zero too, which is that's a Mega Man series that gives you like a good challenge and it has an interesting story and background.
So it's not like they don't have the pedigree.
No, they did Gunvolt, which was, for all intents and purposes, apparently better than this. They did Shantae Half Genie Hero, which looks better than this.
No, Inacreates is a good company.
Yeah.
They made plenty of good games, and Inafune is a good developer. He's made plenty of good games. I'd love to know what went wrong.
I mean, Mega Man 9 is it's up there with Mega Man 2 and 3 in my mind. Like, Mega Man 9 was so good.
Yeah, and that was a good game, and it delivered what everyone wanted. It gave us the kind of old school hard challenge that didn't rely on overabundant death traps the way that Mighty Number 9 does. Like there's a level in Mighty Number 9 where you're kind of chasing down the Robot Master in this Capitol building. It's actually interesting, except the place is laced with death traps that are very hard to see until it's too late. Basically, you see it when you die, and then you have to start the whole hunt all over again. And all the radio chatter is there for you too. It's just so aggravating. It's so disappointing.
Mike, what's your perspective on it?
I mean, I haven't played it. It just feels like she said that it feels a little probably cheap. Like, this was a $4 million Kickstarter, and there's not really
nothing justifying it.
The feeling, that it came across, and I think it probably didn't help that the same time this is coming out, people have actually played Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, which is another similar feel, and that's coming across not only with Inti Creates, again, but it's coming across much better. Like, oh, this is exactly what we wanted when we kickstarted this. It feels just like old Castlevania, but with new technology, and it's also 3D models. I don't think Mighty Number 9 is helped by being next to an early version of Bloodstained, because they're very much classic creator returns to the thing that he wasn't able to make before. Inti Creates is helping him. It's 2D, it's 3D models, and one just looks far better than the other, even though I think he said it was pre-alpha. Like, the Bloodstained was only one early level, and it was like maybe 20 minutes long.
Didn't look too bad either.
No, it was fun. It hit it straight on, and Jeremy said straight up in his preview, this definitely hits the feeling. Like, I touched the controller and started playing, and I was like, oh, like the same muscle memory that you gained playing Iga's past Castlevania games. it comes back, it still works.
Yeah.
That's and I think that is as big an endorsement as you can possibly ask for from a Castlevania type game, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what went quite wrong. Maybe it was like a direction thing, and then they had to sort of kludge everything together. It's one of those things that I don't necessarily want it to completely crash and burn, because I think given a sequel, there could be a much better game made from this.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Well, you really killed it, though, Nadia. Like, you gave it a 2 out of 5. So
I kind of destroyed it.
it's over now. You'll never make a sequel. You officially killed it.
Oh, dear.
But
Everything depends.
But on the plus side, we just recently learned that the Shovel Knight team is releasing the Spectre Knight DLC.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm probably going to go back and play it, because, oh my god, the Plague Knight DLC was one of my favorite things of last year.
That was a lot of fun.
It was not only free, it gave me a totally different perspective on the game, and it actually, like, made me... It added pathos to the character of Plague Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just such a sweet love story.
Yeah, really cute.
God, I loved that DLC. And now I'm like, oh god, what are you going to do with Spectre Knight? This is going to be a lot of fun. So, really looking forward to that. So, if nothing else, we have Shovel Knight.